Oh, this is going to be for posterity? Oh, let's see. Excuse me
Did
for
you
a
say
second.
austerity or posterity?
Today's session was very informative regarding Power Time. Power Time's mission is to build energy independence and community interdependence in Madison's Allied Drive neighborhood. And the presenters were Stephanie and also Sina Davis. And Sina Davis is involved with the Allied Community Cooperative Effort, which is a consortium of several other groups such as the Madison Apprenticeship Program, the Nehemiah Development Center, Allied Neighborhood Association, etc. Now, some of the goals that they had were to look at possibly putting solar panels on all appropriate surfaces, looking at more energy efficiency through a variety of methods, solar water heating, providing education for workers, renters, and owners, providing skilled workers in the neighborhood, and providing a varied point of entry for the system, whether you're coming in at a different age or skill level or training, time commitments, etc. Now, as far as the history of the group, the Power Time was started in 2010. Its charter lasted for the year, and that function and fund has gone, and so they're looking at the possibility of renewing that. 20 homes reduced their energy usage by 10%, and that was a significant amount. And then 4 residents even learned to become energy conservation consultants. Some of the guidelines that they used within this was to remember things like 8-11. Every 8 hours, set your thermostat down 1 degree, save 1% in your energy costs. Turn to electric blankets before you turn to the thermostat. Set your thermostat in the heating season to 65 to 68. In the cooling season, set it to 78. If you have sunlight coming into windows, close or open the blinds as appropriate to keep from having to undo the heating effects of the sun or the cooling effects of shade, etc. Use more cold water when washing. Set your hot water heater so that it doesn't deliver more than 120 degrees at the faucet. And that's pretty important because otherwise you're wasting energy heating up water that's located in another part of your house. So those features are well and good, but how do you know whether or not you need to do any saving? And so what you do is you turn to the tools that are available to you. Some of the tools that you can do are rent energy conservation meters. You can do that from the library at no cost. And if you want to have one, purchase it for about $15 from Menards and Home Depot and other places like that. That will give you an opportunity to know where your energy usage is coming from. For example, you can find out that all those little transformers that you've got plugged in all night are costing you $2 to $5 a month, and yet the items are off. So with the Power Time 2010, what we found was that in phase 1, we had various people who participated. For example, Maxine's Timebank store, Union Tech Co-op for providing computer refurbishing, retaining the invested value in computers that way, MG&E's participation, Allied Community Co-op participation. And since that amount is has already expired, we're going to be looking at phase 2 in 2013 and bringing in Project Home and Madison Apprenticeship Program as additional partners should they agree to do that. We'd also like to contact and pursue landlord buy-in for some of the cost sharing for savings that the tenants bring to them. Why go through all this effort for only one person to benefit from? The other thing is conducting more weatherization projects, conservation activities. And there will be an additional phases such as phase 3 to be conducted in 2014, where we bring in collaboration from professional organizations such as the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers and Full Spectrum Solar. Other things to shore up the ability that we have of getting a good, predictable, and sustainable energy conservation is to make sure that the legislative process is taken care of by having our legislators support us to avoid last-minute attacks from the side, for example, and lose our work. The other items that we looked at about learning how to do some of the energy savings was to look at what Philippi, West Virginia did with their solar projects. That seems to look at the video to have been a tremendous success, getting community buy-in and increasing the ability of property owners to do something with their efforts. Finally, for future, we're going to be looking at the world's largest renewal fair, and that's going to be coming in June. And the best place to get that information is to go online to buildftw.org, Build for the World.